Uncomfortable conversations.
Okay, can you, I'm sorry, I didn't, can you say that again?
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is, Shelly from HR.
From HR, okay.
Me?
No, I don't remember you, but what's going on?
Well, we had
New generation workers versus old.
Your absenteeism and tardiness.
Okay.
Do you know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Yeah, but, you know, they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28, you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Like, why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about...
And that was the day that I let all right, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8, you clocked in at, like, 6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So, like, I still made it, though.
That was literally, like, 9 days after we talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just did a no-call, no-show.
That was my birthday. August 12th, that's my birthday. Like, I already told you.
You didn't request that day off work, though.
But y'all know, that's my birthday. I'm not.
Birthday.
No, that's fine. All right.
Okay. Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
Y'all too grown for me.
Well, unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in. And
Good morning, world. J Tuck here. Welcome back to Uncomfortable Conversations, aka Truck Chronicles. Today I want to have uncomfortable conversations about the difference in generations and working nowadays and jobs. When I saw this clip, I thought I was going to do a different video. When I saw this clip, I thought I was going to do a video about how companies are just unfair, unjust. They want you to work like a slave. They kind of don't give you any type of leniency with all the money that you make the company. Some companies do give a 7-minute grace period and so on, but like there are a lot of companies that, I mean, they give you that grace period, and if you go over that, you know, 2 or 3 times, they're gonna get you up out of there. Now, when I saw this video, I was leaning towards that way of talking about, like, dang, like, they are too strict, and give them some grace. And, like, you know, if you got a reliable worker and they're a great worker or a good worker and they do everything that you ask, like, supervisors should kind of let things like this slide when they have, everybody is human and everybody has emergencies. Everybody has unfortunate situations or unexpected situations that happen throughout their life. A part of being professional, if you know you're gonna be late, call your boss, call your job, like, hey, I'm in traffic, I'm down the street, I'm sorry I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late or behind. If that's an option, I would always suggest do that. And then this video took a turn. I was definitely surprised. You know, this young lady, I don't know which generation she is, but she seems to be a little younger than me. When she started to give the excuse of like, oh yeah, I'll let my cousin use my car, and like he fell asleep and never brought my car back. What I would want to say, and I do want to normalize having uncomfortable conversations and holding men and women in this new generation accountable. Ma'am, if you know if you got to go to work in the morning, it is your responsibility to make sure that you got reliable transportation. If you make that choice to let your cousin borrow your car, you need to make sure that they are going to bring it back in time for you to get to work. And if they don't bring it back in time for you to get to work, that means you need to Uber, Lyft, or be prepared to make other arrangements for you to get to work. And that's for anybody. I'm gonna call a spade, and we have to start having uncomfortable conversations and holding our friends and family members accountable. My sister-in-law just did a video on TikTok about holding grown-ass men and grown-ass women accountable for their actions. I second that, and I totally agree. Then she even commenced to, like, I thought it was just going to be one day or a few days that she was laid and so on and so forth. Her HR department started calling out a plethora of days that she just, I mean, not 7 minutes, but I mean like 12 minutes, then 28 minutes, then 21 minutes. One time she even no call, no show. And you know what this lady said? Y'all, this lady said it was her birthday. Like, I mean, it was my birthday. I swear and kid to you not, I was just like, ain't no freaking way. Ain't no freaking way. Now, I'm a big advocate for not wanting to work on my birthday either, but don't get me wrong. If I did not call out, I'm sorry, I was interrupted, but if I did not call out, best believe my black behind will be at work bright and early on my birthday, making that money that I need. For her to say that y'all too grown for me and y'all doing too much, I don't know where this young lady was working. I know she's no longer with the company, but like, I don't know where she was working, but obviously you're right. Maybe that job was a little too grown for you. And I'm not saying this next job that I'm finna say isn't, because there's probably other companies, there are probably other platforms that have grown people that work there. So the company I was about to say is like McDonald's, Burger King, any fast food joint, something that's not as serious. Now, I used to be a manager at Burger King on Old National like umpteen years ago. And one thing that I will say is that, you know, depending on the shift manager or the shift leader, you can get let go for no call, no show, or for being late too many times as well if the shift leader runs a tight ship. I honestly just couldn't believe that, like, that honestly, that we got generations of people that literally feel like, you know, responsibilities, because that's what it comes down to, having and taking care of your responsibilities, meaning like if you're scheduled to show up at a certain time, you should be on time for work. But I do want to have the uncomfortable conversation by saying that this generation, they're not allowing these jobs to play with them. And what I mean by that is that, like, jobs come a dime a dozen, and, you know, our parents and our grandparents kind of forced us to jump into this workforce. And, you know, like, I was structured to find a career path, and, you know, I know my generations was all trying to find a career path. Nowadays, these generations and the younger generations are trying to create generational wealth for themselves, and I commend that. A lot nowadays, this new generation is saying like, nah, I'm not finna work 12, 13 hours a day for this little bitty money when I can work those same 12 or 13 hours or less and make more in a day than what y'all make throughout the week. And it's the truth. I'm starting to realize it. I'm starting to see it. My generation, I was born in the 1900s, 1990 to be exact. So if you were born anywhere between 1989 and 1992, we are currently the old heads, Unc and Auntie, by the way. We are currently in a 1 foot in, 1 foot out position. I hope y'all listen. And what I mean by that is that we were born in the time that they were teaching us all of the old ways, all of the ways that our parents had learned, like to do math at school, and for example, and now we are just now transferring over to a different era and a different day and age where the world has completely did a 180-degree turn. I would say 360, but a 360 is a revolving circle and it goes right back to its original point. So like, with that being said, a lot of us are crashing out, and I use that word a lot. A lot of us are having a hard time transitioning in careers. I am finna stop driving trucks. I am sick of this. I want to go into the tech world some type of way, form, or fashion, and it is very difficult to be a certain age, and not saying that you can't, but it is very difficult to learn, or some adults feel like they are at a certain age where they are too old to learn. You guys ever heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? That's kind of what a lot of the people that are older than us feel like. It's kind of like they're stuck in their ways and you can't teach them nothing. It's kind of like that. I've had my stepmom say things like, this is the way I am and I ain't gonna change. I've been this way this long. So like certain programming in America's society was programming our grandparents back in the day, or our parents, depending on how old you are, to if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know people that retired and worked 50 years at General Motors, 30 years at Ford, 45 years at Ford. I'm sorry to tell you, but in 2024, 2025, the new generation ain't spending 30 years at a company. And the real reason is because they'll hire somebody. If you've been there for 20 years making 27 an hour or 30 an hour, whatever, let's just say you got all them raises and you got to 30 something an hour. The real truth is that they can hire somebody 18 years old at a ground level, door entry, for $1 more than you. And you just wasted 30 years at the same company. For what? Passed over promotion after promotion, guys. The new generation has figured out that they can create their own generational wealth and that they don't need every company and these billion-dollar industries and these companies that are paying us pennies out the dollar, y'all. Let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Which would you guys rather do? Would you guys rather create generational wealth, take a chance on yourself every day, being an entrepreneur, or would you rather still feel a slave to these jobs that don't have to have a reason to hire or fire you? I ain't gonna lie, one of my homies at our company driving trucks with me just got fired the other day. Sad. They don't care about his situation or what he got going. I was probably the only person from this job to call him and tell him to hold his head, man. And I'm still gonna communicate with him. Let's have an uncomfortable conversation, y'all. Thanks for listening. J Tuck, out.